the larger-than-life directors now, I find the people now more passive and they're kinder. So
Directors.
yes. So how is it how would you compare the burnout temper and the Mike De Leon unpredictability?
Diba? You're right. Bigger than life. They're amazingly. They just come in and just throw their weight around because they know better. You know, in the time when we began, we were a very small community. Konti lang kami mga artista. We didn't even have schools to even prompt it. Workshops didn't exist. Mostly theater, like UP for theater. But for film, it wasn't much of a something that was looked at as needing education at that time. Unless, well, may not have been aware of it, but in terms of the acting department, wala talaga kami mga schools. So, with Bernal and with De Leon, who are highly educated and traveled, Bernie actually studied his film in India.
Wow.
And he did filmmaking as the way India used to do it. When India used to come up with thousands of films a year. So that was also the same time we had the golden era of films in the 80s where we would come up just as much. At that time, lagari pa nga kami.
There were three Filipino films opening on the same week.
Yes,
And
and
people
that's
are trooping to go to the cinemas.
people were paying. And that was about 50 pesos per ticket at that time. And there was a lot of more tax incentives.
So in terms of the degree and magnitude of their temperament,
Major blowout, right? I don't think any director yet I have come across now among the new and the young, or at least maybe they never dared do it with me, na mas nakakatanda na ako, di ba? But I have not yet witnessed anyone yet throw chairs or ashtrays or scripts, because that's how we were trained. In fact, many of the young actors right now are pretty bratty, because they're treated with kids' gloves. And in fact, they have coaches on the set, acting coaches, which we never had. So that spares also the young directors now from having to deal with the minutest detail of teaching them how to act. And they're given workshops before they come into the set. So in our case, we really learned as we went along, and we learned from the best directors, and talagang katakataan lang talaga. It was all instinctive. So that also helped us step up to the plate and be more professional about things and be more rigid in the work ethic.
you mean like working hours and becoming prepared?
Coming in prepared, coming in on time. There was a time, I started with Cherie Solis, so at the time was my ina. That was my introducing film. She was my ina. Beer House was my very first film. I was 13, so 13.
You were doing Beer House at 13?
Beer House. It was a trilogy, and ours was directed by Elwood Perez. And Cherie Solis played my mother. And she taught me a lot in acting. These were the actors that we learned from. Lolita Solis. I never had a chance to work with Lolita, but at least I had the blessing of the gift of learning from Cherito. You come in 10 minutes late when Cherito Solis is on the set. At the moment you arrive, she leaves. There's no way you can come 10 minutes later.
Wow.
She's there 15 minutes before her call time. My mom up to this day follows the same practice. They never come the time they're told to come. They come always at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes before. That's the old school training. And there was never really a reason for us to put any cut-off time. Dahil meron na kaming curfew talaga noon, martial law existed.
Nice
Diba? Sometimes, medyo maabot kami, so we have curfew passes. But not all the time. It's only now that we felt we needed to instill it because it became really crazy when tapings would go till the next morning.
And then soap came to be.
It never happened to us that we'd have to meet the sunrise again. So there was really more, considerations. Kasi nga din, at that time, like I said, we were a very small community. Mga kabatch ko yan, sila Lorna, Ami, Sandy, even younger, Gina Alahar, Maricel Soriano, Dina Bonavie, Sharon. Well, Sharon even came later na because in the film, So, kakonti lang. Christopher, J, Johnny. We would make 4 films, 5 films, each of us at the same time.
Wow.
Lagari Queens ang tawag na sa amin. So, each
you're
production...
splitting roles within a week?
Yes. So, each production, we had Tagalog Ilang-Ilang, we had Regal, we had the big studios, maybe 4 or 5 of them. Nag-uusap na yan sila. magkakaibigan yan. It was a very clustered, small community that everybody cooperated.
And not as competitive as now.
Not anymore. And nagdami na ngayong festivals.
At least you're not exclusive. Anyone can borrow you.
No, I am not exclusive. Not for anything in the world.
Ever
Not even
since-
for my
But
husband.
you became a regal baby.
Ex-husband na siya ngayon.
You became a regal
That's
baby.
where I started, Regal Baby.
You were under contract.
Yes. My launching film was
Was Problem Child.
I was then 15. Wala pa kaming dole noon. Nung mga araw na yun, wala silang pakialam kung minor de edad ka. Basta uupo ka sa branch ng puno, nakapikini, at kakain ka ng ice cream.
How suggestive.
For whose sake? For you? Ano ba kayo mag-Tagalog, hindi ba? The Foreigners. Like,
The
Amir, by the
Vincias.
way, Amir in the house is one of the jury members, straight from Malaysia. He's a producer. Yeah, I had the feel of deliberating with Amir and with Ben to Skype. I'm very happy about being asked to be part of the jury.
So, among your batch, you're the one who could be prodigal compared to the other leads, like
What do you mean, brother?
the bratty or blatant kid who wants to discover sex.
Why do you think they
child.
call that my launching film problem child?
That's true.
You know, in those days.
But you had more leeway because you're not pressured to be this goody two shoes.
I wasn't pressured to be anything. I guess they were pressured to keep up with me. In fact, trivia, that was Joey Javier Reyes' very first script that he wrote for a film. And that's why my bond with Joey is so strong up to this day, because we both started at the same time. And it took us 7-8 months, I think, to do the film, because I was a teenager. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was born into a family, into parents who were in the business. You know, parang that was the part that I lived in already. So to me, it was my playground. I had no idea of ethics, of what I'm supposed to do. Although my mom was one of the most professional actresses there is, and up to this day. Kaya pasaway na ako noon. So I was the original rebel in Tinsel Town. That's what they called me then. The original rebel. So that's why they called my movie Problem Child, because it was going around town. My life was very rebellious, so they kind of exploited it in a way. My mom played my mom. And frankly, my mom won't even watch it again.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Because it's too close to home. Not really, because at the end, Freddie Webb was the blocker of my mom. And I was so mean in the end that I taunted Freddie Webb to have an affair with him. It's not that close to home.
At 15.
Yeah. You know, and all of us had to wear the magic camisole of Mother. I
That's
don't
the
know if you're
sexy
aware,
wear of the sexy
but it
princess.
existed then that Mother had this lucky camisole that every actress she launched had to wear this camisole for whatever, for the poster, for the pictorial, or at any point in time in the screen. So, yeah, you can say that I joined the bold wagon, but I guess the belief of Mother Lily, Mother is still a mother to us. She's been a wonderful supporter and lover of film. And she's a fan, you know. So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang gawa ng pelikula. So, I got lucky with my projects because I think it was because the belief of Bernal at the time, who was part of the Regal, took me under his wing. And from that time on, I just did great films, art films.
So
at that
you
time.
did